Time will accelerate so much that a year will feel like a month like a week like a day like an hour, and an hour like a fleeting spark. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The words spoken by our Prophet 1400 years ago are coming true today, and we are living in the midst of this frightening era. Could these words be the unveiling of a profound truth about time? Consider the daily journeys of angels and jinn, equivalent to 1,000 of our years. When you hear about the hidden passages in space traversed by angels and how jinn attempt to steal secret knowledge from the heavens, as mentioned in the Quran, you will be astonished. Through the accounts of Ibn Arabi, Abdul Qadir Gailani, and Imam Rabbani, we will explore Islam's mysterious gateways to the cosmos and delve into the concept of time travel. Additionally, we will examine these claims from a scientific perspective. This is not just a video, it is a discovery that pulls back the veil of time. Over 1,300 years before science discovered the relativity of time, the Quran described the non-absolute nature of time through the following verses. They ask you to hasten the punishment, but Allah will never fail in His promise. And indeed, a day with your Lord is like 1,000 years of what you count. Surah Al-Hajj 47. He arranges every matter from the heaven to the earth, then it will ascend to Him in a day, the extent of which is 1,000 years of those which you count. Surah As-Sajdah 5. The angels and the Spirit ascend to Him in a day, the measure of which is 50,000 years. Surah Al-Ma'arij 4. These verses emphasize that the time experienced by Allah and His angels is not the same as human time. They reveal that time is not an absolute concept, but rather changes depending on space and the states of beings. Modern science also acknowledges the relativity of time, accepting that it can vary based on factors like speed and gravitational force. In this context, the expressions in the Quran provide significant insights into the relativity of time. Time travel, therefore, is entirely plausible. Time is not merely a continuous flow of reality, it is a mystery that shifts according to our perception. Angels, being beings of light, are not subject to the limitations of our physical world. They can move with extraordinary speed and capability, transcending time and space. The verses we have read clearly demonstrate that angels move much faster than our human understanding of time, and for them, time operates differently. The experiences of saints in transcending time and space are well documented. In Sufi literature, there are accounts of saints experiencing extraordinary states such as Basta Zaman and Tayya Mekan. Basta Zaman, expansion of time. This term refers to the expansion or blessing of time. In this state, a person can accomplish many tasks in a short period. Tasks that would ordinarily require much more time. For example, a saint might cover long distances in a brief moment, or perform numerous acts of worship within a seemingly limited time frame. Tayya Mekan, folding of space. This term signifies the folding or transcendence of space. In this state, a person can appear in multiple places simultaneously, or be present in a location without physically traveling. It is often described as the ability of saints to be seen or exist in different places at the same time. These extraordinary states are attributed to the spiritual ranks of saints and the special blessings bestowed upon them by Allah. Renowned scholars such as Ibn Arabi, Abdul Qadir Gailani, and Imam Rabbani have detailed these states and their personal experiences in their works and anecdotes. Ibn Arabi offers a profound insight into the nature of time. Forms come into existence in an instant, and the carrier of these forms is space. The transition of forms from one state to another moment by moment gives rise to time. His views align significantly with the principles of modern quantum physics. According to Ibn Arabi, measurable time is the time that can be perceived and felt. It is an illusion and relative. For centuries, extraordinary states experienced by saints have been well known in Sufism. Through divine inspiration, some individuals may become aware of future events. One of the greatest Islamic reformers, Imam Rabbani, described his experiences of Tayy-e-Mekan, being present in the future, and compiled his observations into 3 significant books. However, the time travel mentioned here is not physical. It refers to a spiritual journey known in Sufism as Tayy-e-Mekan. Ibn Arabi extensively documented the different realms he explored in his works. He wrote about beings resembling humans and examined in detail their similarities and differences, from their births to their working capacities. You can find a video detailing Ibn Arabi's journeys on our channel. I will also share the link for you in the comments below. Beyond time. In the vastness of the universe, there are great secrets that Allah has revealed to His prophets and saints. The Quran states in Surah Al-A'raf, verse 7, "By the heaven with its pathways." But what are these pathways? For what purpose were they created? These pathways exist to take us to different places, new realms, and new dimensions. From this verse, we understand that the heavens contain intricate routes leading to unknown dimensions or undiscovered places. Hazrat Ali once said, "I know the pathways of the heavens better than the pathways of the earth." These words closely align with the Quran's verses, pointing to something beyond our comprehension. Interestingly, modern science has a counterpart to this idea. Scientists refer to such pathways as wormholes. Remarkably, the Quran hinted at these concepts 1400 years ago, long before the invention of telescopes or the possibility of such discoveries. According to science, in higher dimensions, shortcuts or pathways may exist that allow instantaneous travel between distant points in our three-dimensional world. This is where the concept of portals comes into play. Let us explore how the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, described these portals. The Prophet recounted an extraordinary event while he was sitting with Angel Gabriel, peace be upon him. He explained that a gateway in the heavens opened, and Jibril said, "Today a gateway in the heavens has opened that has never been opened before." Shortly afterward, an angel descended, one who had never before been sent to earth. This angel greeted the Prophet and brought him the glad tidings of 2 lights that had never been given to any prophet before. What does this event reveal to us? That the heavens contain pathways. These pathways lead to gateways, and these gateways connect different realms, dimensions, and perhaps even different planets. In modern terms, we might call these gateways portals. They are pathways in the heavens that transcend time and space, opening doors to new realities. The Quran makes a striking observation about time in Surah As-Sajdah, verse 5. Allah regulates all affairs from the heavens to the earth, then they ascend to Him in a day, the measure of which is 1,000 years of what you count. Similarly, in Surah Al-Ma'arij, verse 4, an even broader timescale is mentioned. The angels and the Spirit ascend to Him in a day, the measure of which is 50,000 years. These verses point to a profound reality. Angels ascend to the heavens and descend to the earth by Allah's command, traversing paths that transcend our understanding of time. In a single day, they cover distances that by human reckoning would take 50,000 years. But how is this possible? To understand these verses in a modern context, we can turn to physics, particularly Albert Einstein's groundbreaking theories and the intriguing concept of wormholes. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time and space are not fixed. They can bend, stretch, or compress like a fabric. Time is relative. It slows down as one moves faster or experiences stronger gravitational forces. This phenomenon is known as time dilation. For instance, astronauts aboard the International Space Station age slightly slower than people on Earth because they travel at high speeds. However, the difference is minuscule since the station moves at approximately 28,000 kilometers per hour, far slower than the speed of light. But what if angels travel along special pathways that approach or even exceed the speed of light? Perhaps this is how a journey lasting a single day from the perspective of an angel could translate into a 50,000-year journey by human standards. Einstein's equations suggest that as an object approaches the speed of light, time slows down for the traveler relative to a stationary observer. Thus, from the perspective of such a traveler, the journey could be completed in a day, while for an observer on Earth, it would appear to last millennia. The cosmic power of jinn and the extraordinary journeys of prophets. The Quran draws attention to the mysterious activities of the jinn. These beings once attempted to ascend to the heavens to eavesdrop on the conversations of the angels. However, divine protection thwarted their efforts. The Quran states, "Indeed, we adorned the nearest heaven with stars for beauty, and as protection against every rebellious devil. They cannot listen to the higher assembly of angels, for they are pelted from every side, repelled, and for them is a constant punishment, except one who snatches some words by theft, but they are pursued by a burning flame." Surah As-Safat 6-10. According to Islam, jinn are created from smokeless fire. This description suggests they may be a form of energy or plasma. This implies that they are not bound by the physical limitations of matter, gravity, or time, which could grant them the ability to manipulate the fabric of space-time. For humans, one of the greatest challenges of interstellar travel is the vast distances between stars and planets. For example, the closest star system to Earth, Alpha Centauri, is approximately 4.37 light-years away. With current technological capabilities, reaching such distant targets would take tens of thousands of years. However, as energy-based beings, jinn might entirely bypass the limitations of physical travel. Jinn could potentially move across dimensions, traversing distances that would take humans thousands of years in mere seconds. Let's take this idea a step further. Modern physics describes dark energy as one of the universe's greatest mysteries, accounting for the majority of the universe's mass energy content. While the connection between dark energy and dimensions remains unresolved, the possibility that jinn interact with these unknown energies could help explain their extraordinary travel abilities. These insights open the door to exploring how metaphysical entities might operate within the framework of advanced scientific concepts, providing new perspectives on the cosmic roles of jinn and their connection to the universe. The Quran's statements can serve as a bridge between science and metaphysics, offering new perspectives on the journeys of angels and jinn along the unknown pathways of the universe. Dark energy, believed to drive the accelerated expansion of the universe, is one of modern physics' greatest mysteries. The concept of jinn being created from smokeless fire suggests that they could be a part of this dark energy or another form of energy. This might explain their ability to manipulate time and space in unique ways, their capacity to acquire knowledge from different realms and return to Earth could be linked to the invisible forces of the universe. The Quran and Hadiths indicate that jinn coexist with us in the same world, but we cannot see them. Scientifically, this could be explained by the idea that we share the same space while existing in different dimensions. Islam, albeit indirectly, discusses the concept of dimensions through references to jinn and angels. For instance, the Quran's mention of angels holding the sun and the moon aligns closely with the scientific understanding of dark energy, which acts as a force sustaining large structures in the universe, such as the sun, moon, and planets. According to modern physics, without dark energy, the sun, moon, stars, and galaxies would drift apart. Since we cannot see the entity exerting this force, it is termed dark energy. The theories upheld in Islam align closely with scientific findings, and this alignment could be seen as a form of scientific validation. The ascension of Prophet Isa, peace be upon him. According to Islam, Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, was raised to the heavens by Allah without experiencing death. This event is described in the Quran, Surah An-Nisa. They did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but another was made to resemble him to them. Allah raised him up to himself. To understand this ascension from a modern physics perspective, we can draw upon theoretical concepts. String theory posits the existence of higher dimensions beyond human experience. Prophet Isa's ascension to the heavens could be seen as a transition into one of these dimensions or an alternative realm referred to in religious texts as paradise. Rather than being a physical ascension, this event may represent a transition to an unseen and unreachable dimension. Such a phenomenon might have occurred through a divine wormhole created by Allah's power. This miraculous shortcut could have transcended the limits of space and time, transporting Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, to a different dimension. The cosmic journey of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Al-Isra and Al-Miraj. The night journey and ascension of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, known as Al-Isra and Al-Miraj, hold a special place in the Quran and Islamic tradition. The Quran describes this extraordinary event in Surah Al-Isra. Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al-Masjid Al-Haram to Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed, to show him of our signs. Indeed, he is the hearing, the seeing. Al-Isra 1. This miraculous journey began in Makkah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was awakened by angel Gabriel, and rode a celestial steed known as Burak, which was as fast as light. During Al-Isra, the Prophet, peace be upon him, traveled instantly from Makkah to Jerusalem, covering a distance of approximately 1,000 kilometers. However, this was only the beginning. In Jerusalem, the Prophet, peace be upon him, encountered an extraordinary gateway that would take him beyond the material world and into the unknown dimensions of the universe. Known as Al-Miraj, this journey involved the Prophet, peace be upon him, ascending through the 7 heavens. Each heaven was like a distinct dimension, and he met great prophets such as Adam, Isa, Moses, and Abraham, peace be upon them all. These heavens can be likened to layers of reality beyond our perception, similar to modern scientific theories of parallel universes or multi-dimensional planes. Al-Miraj not only involved traversing vast distances, but also bending the fabric of time itself. According to the theory of relativity, time behaves differently for an object traveling near the speed of light or exposed to intense gravitational forces. This phenomenon, known as time dilation, suggests that while the journey may have felt instantaneous to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, hours or even years could have passed in earthly time. At the conclusion of this journey, the Prophet, peace be upon him, returned to his bed and found it still warm, indicating that the journey had occurred in a span of just 5 to 10 minutes by earthly reckoning. Furthermore, when he reached the divine throne, Arsh, he described the entire universe appearing as a small ring. Modern physics also confirms that the universe resembles a circular ring in its shape, as evident in cosmic imagery. For someone living 1400 years ago in a desert who could neither read nor write, such knowledge would have been impossible without divine revelation, further validating the reality of the mirage. At the pinnacle of this journey lay Sidrat al-Muntaha, described as the ultimate boundary of creation. Beyond this point, no being may pass. In modern physics, this boundary could be likened to the event horizon of a black hole or the observable limits of the universe, suggesting the existence of ultimate thresholds. However, during Al-Miraj, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was granted access to realms reserved solely for the divine. Upon returning from Al-Miraj, the Prophet, peace be upon him, was once again in Makkah in his earthly body. This extraordinary night represents a journey that transcended the boundaries of both physics and metaphysics, bridging the seen and unseen realms. Time travel and interdimensional transition, according to Ibn Arabi. According to Ibn Arabi, time and space are not merely external realities. They are spiritual experiences that can be transcended during a person's inner journey. A soul that ascends through the levels of existence is not confined to this world alone. For Ibn Arabi, the past, present, and future may exist simultaneously. Thus, when we think of time travel, it is not just scientific theories that come to mind, but also a profound spiritual discovery. Ibn Arabi speaks of a realm he calls Alam al-Mithal, the imaginal realm. Known as the world of imagination, this realm serves as a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. In this dimension, time behaves differently. The past and future converge, allowing the human soul to move freely across these dimensions. How is interdimensional transition possible? Ibn Arabi suggests that the imaginal realm offers a connection between the human subconscious and the secrets of the universe. Those who enter this realm can perceive events and symbols beyond ordinary understanding. Here, traces of past lives and the mysteries of the future intermingle. Throughout history, humanity has dreamed of traveling through time. Films, books, and science fiction have explored the possibility of journeying to the past or future through time machines. However, according to Ibn Arabi's teachings, true time travel is a spiritual journey across dimensions. This journey is not merely about traveling to a different point in physical time, but about discovering new dimensions within one's inner self. A person can reflect on their past and even glimpse their future. But this cannot occur without spiritual enlightenment. For Ibn Arabi, time travel is a secret reserved only for select souls. Time is not like the flow of a river. It is more of an experience shaped by human perception. The past does not flow into the future. Perhaps everything exists simultaneously. Transcending time is possible through spiritual elevation. In inner journeys, the limitations of time can be surpassed. A Sufi, by completing their spiritual development, can uncover profound secrets about their past and future. Is time travel truly possible? Scientifically, perhaps not yet, but researchers are actively exploring this concept. According to Ibn Arabi, humans can transcend these limits through inner journeys. Time and space become irrelevant during such spiritual discoveries, unlocking the doors to profound mysteries within. In Ibn Arabi's view, time travel is a spiritual ascent. To explore the past and future, we do not need machines, but rather inner enlightenment. Perhaps the greatest time travel is the exploration we can undertake within ourselves. Time may be a much deeper enigma than we realize. Is it an illusion or a reflection of dimensions hidden within our inner world? Perhaps the greatest secret lies in the journeys we make within ourselves. Inshallah, I plan to create 2 separate videos on the depths of the night of ascension, Miraj, and the splitting of the moon. Please don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.